This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking coming up for the Charlotte Hornets. On Friday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Detroit Pistons. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets. Look at the Stars starting group. Be out there with Johnson. Then there's Powell, and it's Charles in at the 4. And for Charlotte, they've got OG Anunoby. Evan Mobley is out there with Keldon Johnson. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Adams in at the 5. Game 1 of this great season to come. It's just so great, Clark, to be here with you. How excited are you?
No more off-season talk, guys. I mean, finally, we get to play for real. Some games that count. Let's go. Like me on Christmas morning, I am excited.
Tip-off goes to Charlotte. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And there's the pass to Johnson.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound the Stars. And this matchup with the Hornets, it's their first game of the NBA's regular season.
And they dropped the season series to these guys a year ago. Not their proudest moment.
A team that, on paper, they expect to beat. Great teams take care of business against the bottom feeder. We'll see if they can handle that end of the bargain here tonight.
Oh, what an amazing finish there. Just fearless. And when he attacks the rim, and is as if the big fella wasn't even there.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Well, the last time GA the Hornets made the playoffs was back in 2016.
And that was during Steve Clifford's first stint with the organization. I'm sure that played a factor in their decision to bring him back as head coach.
And an efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Adams. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Greg, isn't it amazing the way Gilgeous-Alexander has polished off his game?
The footwork, Kevin, is impeccable. 3-level scorer, makes every shot imaginable. And what's scary, this guy still has another level to get to.
2 shots.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous-Alexander, no slouch from the line.
Good on both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Johnson surveying the floor. Misses the 3. Here's Charlotte. Stolen. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. And they pick up 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And the basket by Johnson.
And that solid foundation of Keldon Johnson going to work as he fought for position there.
Puts it up from 12, and again, it's New York.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
Adams outside. Mobley left side, and Adams with the slam.
He threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
The Stars have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Johnson, the pass to B. And the layup's good off the glass.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Charlotte trailing. On the wing, Anunoby. 13 feet away. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
How about the floor awareness by Gilgeous-Alexander? Solid at just spotting his open teammate.
Johnson outside to the right side. Out to the wing. Pocket 6. Here's Charles. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, how about the slam there from Gilgeous-Alexander? He loves getting that type of positioning down low.
Here's B. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. 102. Oh, wow, man.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Here's Johnson. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And Anunoby slams it in.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby, confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
From deep, Johnson. It's rebounded by Sharp.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
So timeout called here, the first for the Stars.
Queen City. Let's give a huge hand to your Honeybees.
Charles, he's covered by Washington. Count that bucket. He has 6.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Washington. Here's Bull. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
And Bol, to me, remains such an interesting prospect, a towering big man who possesses considerable skill and versatility.
That one misses. Here's B. Oh, he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. It's the Stars up by 1. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for New York.
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
McDaniels is out there with Washington. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Bol Bol. And it's Joe in at the 2-guard spot. So that's who Charlotte starts the second. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. For Hornets coach Steve Clifford, the key is defense. He says trying to outscore other teams doesn't work. You have to do the things that take effort, like rebounding, getting loose balls, and putting your body on the line. You've got to build a game that'll actually work at the end of the year when you play the important games. Kevin, back to you.
All right, D.A., our thanks to you.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's blocked. New York shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Pass to Toppin. And stolen by Bol. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's defended by Alvarado. And Clark, here we are looking at a player like Bol Bol. Big man who continues to improve.
And part of that improvement clearly is work ethic, taking coaching, but also he's a confident young man. He believes that he belongs in this league, and he backs it up with how he carries himself and how he plays.
And then Washington with the dunk.
Well, we're going to see lots of those. Washington can really get up. He's got a little main streak in him, too, which I like.
Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Miller. Again, the star score.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. So it's both teams making substitutions here. This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charity stripe. These guys were practically automatic. Fifth on the list, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 9 points in the game so far. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Johnson for 3, hands it from downtown. Now it's a 5-point New York lead.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Now, here's Anunoby. He's got 6. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Buries it from 3-point range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 in the quarter. Pass to Johnson. Here's B. Six on the shot clock. Let's go. And it's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. Knocks it loose. Inside. Lobbed up there for Powell. It's stolen by Johnson.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
And the Hornets making a change here. Mobley's checked in. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Johnson. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Pulls from the top of the key. Count that one. He has 6. And Clark, we see so much more dribble handoff action these days. It's part of almost every offense.
Yeah, you know, it gets a little redundant, but it's effective, Kevin. And you know, the league is a copycat league. If it's working, you continue to do it yourself. Teams realize how useful it can be creating the matchups they want. That's a big driver of it. And players are good at running it. And quite, you know, for fans, it tends to be pretty entertaining because you typically are playing through your best players.
And the Hornets making a change here. Joe's checked in. Johnson against Mobley. Shoots from the elbow. It's rebounded by Charlotte. .103 left in the second quarter. Kicks it out to Johnson. A 3-ball. Charlotte no good that time either.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Really good point. I mean, you want to keep that balance, and attacking inside creates space for shooters, and having shooters creates opportunities inside, so it works hand in glove.
Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for the Hornets. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Hey, we know every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
For Charlotte, they missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
New York's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Johnson in the corner. And again, the Hornets missing.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Good on the shot.
It's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
There's 31 seconds left in the first half. Now, Anunoby. 7 points in the game. Swiped it away. And a fast break now for New York. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
With 2 seconds left, again the Stars score. And so it's New York with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much with Quinn Snyder.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
A look here now at New York. Game 2 will be at the crib, at home, but not tonight. They're on the road. They want to start off the season strong. Got to do it like the Big Diesel.
Shaq, what is this on the road? I don't, whatever. And now let's focus on our game. A strong first half for the Stars.
You really like how they're dictating the pace. At least I do. Running at every opportunity, getting easy buckets. Looks like this team is full of young Kenny Smiths out there.
I see why you laugh. Hard to disagree, though. Their speed has been the difference. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
On the floor for the Stars, Johnson is out there with B. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Charles in at the 4 slot. New York shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Just last season, they were at about 82% from the free throw line, so those numbers are always going to be positive.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's deflected.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Thanks, Kevin. Brandon Miller was a one-and-done at Alabama. He put on numbers and put on weight. He said coming into college, I couldn't really take bumps, at least not college bumps. I know building muscle mass is key, and he's not done adding muscle and layers to his game. He says it's all about the work. That's the only way you get better. Kevin?
That's a good focus. Thanks, D.A. B. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
All right, here's a look at stats for Evan Mobley. Last season, he played outstanding. Last season, put up about 16 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
So it's the Stars now, after Keldon Johnson missed from long range. Here's B, traps in the tray. B's got the lead up to 13 now for the Stars.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
And Mobley throws it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
And so Powell will bring it up for New York. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
And stolen by Mobley. So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And the Hornets miss again.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And the Hornets making a change here. Joe's checked in, and a switcher also for New York. Jose Alvarado, he's checked in for Johnson. Stars have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. First one falls for him.
Shooting for the away team, number 2.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Charlotte moving the ball around. And it's denied. Here's B, covered by Mobley.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Joe passes to Adams. Anunoby with it. And Adams kicks to Johnson. For three, it's good from long range. Johnson's got 5.
Assertive three-point shot by Johnson. He's working towards being an efficient long-range scorer.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And it's in there. He's got 16.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
The shot. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. 1:14 left in the third quarter of the game. And it's Alvarado in the corner. Now the pass to Charles. Powell trying to free himself up. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And a fast break now for New York. Pass to Powell. Here's B. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And that dunk reverberated throughout this entire building.
It sure did. Up high and down hard on the windmill flush.
And you just know that's going to have a big effect on this team. I mean, their blood has to be pumping after that one, and the heart rate racing a little faster, too.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Bol, he's checked in for Adams. McDaniels comes in for Johnson. And Washington subbed in for OG Anunoby.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Substitution on the court.
And the Stars leading by 17. And here is Johnson. 11 points in the game. And that one is good. Johnson's got 13.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Stars lead by 19. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Hornets trail by 19. They've got P.J. Washington. He's out there with Bol. Jalen McDaniels is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Joe in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Miller kicks to Johnson. Lets the 3 fly. The Hornets pull it in. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Johnson with the rebound.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Pass to Bol. To the paint. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Bol's got 4 points in the quarter.
I like seeing Bol be aggressive inside and not allowing physical defense to bother his shot.
Adams, he's checked in for the Hornets. And New York making a change here. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. B, the pass to Powell. Driving in it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Washington. And a miss there on the triple. And the Stars leading by 19 points. Fires the 3. They grab their own miss. Passes it to B. Launches from deep. Rebounded by Joe.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's McDaniels. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 4th assist in this one. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for New York. The pass to B. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Just 5 on the clock. The Stars need to get off a shot. Connects from 3-point range. B's got 12 points in just the second half.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Charlotte calls timeout.
Let's get on our feet and make some noise for your Honeybees.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game.
Yeah, you know, he kept out-dueling the defense over and over. No matter how hard they worked to keep up with him, it didn't faze him. His shooting percentage clearly reflects how unstoppable he was.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Here's Anunoby. Off target with his 3.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Over to the left wing. Dishes at the foul. Shot clock at 6. And here's Johnson outside. And the Stars another 3.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
And can't do much else. The strength of Anunoby comes in handy on those challenging finishes.
Mobley with the rebound. Hornets trail by 20.
Just look at the score differential in this one. I mean, a truly commanding and dominant performance here for the Stars.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
A crossover. Miller, no luck. Hornets have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Anunoby passes to Mobley. Off on the layup.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
Three-pointer, Brooks sinks the triple.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA. No matter what, they got it done.
Both teams deciding to change it up. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Johnson outside. Dishes to Powell. And another turnover here by New York.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Now, into the lineup for your Hornets.
And so it's Charlotte with it. 17-point game. Joe, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier, before the game was out of reach.
Yeah, that's a bad move there. Stops the clock and puts the other side on the line.
Yeah, inexcusable. I mean, he's got to know not to take any chances there. That's just a terrible foul.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
They're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time defense.
He hits both from the stripe. Puts up a three. Misses. So no problem for the Stars as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. And now we present the New Balance Player of the Game.